Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am so glad that you're here, and I cannot tell you for how long have I wanted to shoot this video and have I wanted to share with you my story and to tell you more about myself, because not that I'm that interesting, but because of my journey with dealing and living with hydrocephalus. For those of you who don't know, hydrocephalus is a condition where an excess of fluid, of cerebrospinal fluid, builds up on or inside of the brain, and it kind of stops the natural draining mechanisms of the fluid that the brain swims in inside of your skull, and then it leads to the buildup of an excess pressure on your brain, which may cause some really bad issues with your brain and with how you function. Basically, I was diagnosed 13 years ago with hydrocephalus. I was 18 at that point. So when I was diagnosed, it was due to a visit to an ophthalmologist or an eye doctor. I went to see an eye doctor because I was seeing black spots in front of my eyes, and then it turned out that those black spots are actually a result of excessive pressure that was building on my brain. Basically, I am going to be making this series of videos because as I was living with and am still living with hydrocephalus, and in my case the hydrocephalus is due to a small benign tumor which is located in my brain, which is actually blocking the natural draining mechanisms of the brain and is preventing the fluid to drain naturally. I was looking for information on the internet, and for just normal day-to-day stuff, if I can do normal daily activities like working out or going to the gym or flying in airplanes or stuff like that, and I just couldn't find any information anywhere. So now, from kind of a trial and error experience that I've had for the past 13 years, I decided to take this journey and to share with you guys my experiences so far. And I'm going to be talking to you guys about a lot of various experiences, because I am not the kind of person who is going to sit down and not do anything because they have a condition or anything like that. Please do not take my word for universal truth or for whatever. I am not a certified doctor. I am not a neurologist. I really am encouraging you guys, if you have any condition, or if you're someone that's living with hydrocephalus, or if you have any other condition, to please go and see a certified doctor if you want any help. I am just going to be sharing with you my personal experience. I know that probably this isn't the same for everyone, but I will be talking to you about how I started running marathons, and I have already 7 completed marathons, about how I completed my higher education, and I am a certified pharmacist at present, how I am currently pursuing a career in clinical trials greatly because of my hydrocephalus, because I really want to see the day when this condition gets treated definitively, and where there is finally a cure for it, and there is not only kind of mechanical draining of the fluid or something like that, but it gets finally cured. And about more personal stuff like my struggles in university and in high school, in the final year of high school, about my struggle with my family, about getting tattoos, about getting a breast augmentation, because I did it 4 months ago, and I was looking for some information on the internet if it's going to be impaired in some way or what, because the shunt due to the condition and due to the excess of fluid in my brain, it needs to be flushed out of my body, and because it cannot be flushed naturally, I do have a ventriculoperitoneal shunt, or a VP shunt, which is a tube that generally drains the fluid from my brain and takes it to my tummy, where it then gets naturally flushed out of my organism. basically the shunt in my case goes past the chest, so I wasn't sure if I can have a breast augmentation or not. And basically there is no information on the internet about that either. And I was reading some papers where actually the story went the other way around. Like the woman in this paper had a breast augmentation like 5 or 10 years ago, and then she was diagnosed with hydrocephalus, and you know, it was kind of the other way around. But for my case, I couldn't find any information, and I just was struggling for so long to find information about anything, and then finally I decided to go kind of like live my life and do like whatever I want, because I wouldn't be really able to be, you know, not doing all the stuff that I am not supposed to be doing because of my condition. So basically I'm fine, and I've been fine for the past 13 years, you know, running marathons and going, you know, traveling the world, because this is one of the things that my husband and I are actually doing the most, like traveling the world and flying in airplanes. You know, and, you know, currently also trying to conceive. This is one thing also that no one tells you when you're a woman with hydrocephalus and you're like trying, and you know, it has been really hard for me, and I am really wishing to, you know, if I can help even one person on this YouTube channel, I would be so delighted, because like I really cannot tell you how little information is there outside of with regards to hydrocephalus. So without any further ado, this was my first introductory video. So I will be releasing 2 videos a week. So next video, I will be discussing, you know, my actual recovery and how the surgery went and how I recovered from the brain surgeries 13 years ago. So when I was first diagnosed, I had to go through 2 brain surgeries. One of the surgeries was because the doctors wanted to take out the small benign tumor, which is actually causing the hydrocephalus in my case. But because it is located in a really bad place and it couldn't be taken out, thank God it's benign. So yeah, fingers crossed, everything's fine there. And then the second was to implant the actual VP shunt. So I'm really lucky because I only had 2. I know that there's so many people that have had far worse experiences. So I'll be talking to you about my surgery and about recovery. Then I will be moving forward to living with hydrocephalus and all the day-to-day stuff that is that I'm sometimes struggling with. I will really appreciate if you can leave a comment below if you are interested in any specific topic, or if you're someone who has hydrocephalus or who has a family or friends that are living with hydrocephalus and would like to ask something. Seriously guys, I'm here for you. I will be replying to each and every comment, and I will be looking forward to seeing you every week and upon every video.